Hey, how's it going, people? This is E from Sunshine and E. And what I did is I put a link in the description to one of our videos, Sunshine and E, so you can check the channel out. You know, we do a variety of things, but we have a link in the description, and you can link over to that channel. But right now, we're going to get into something that you see the title says, "Casinos win even when they lose." But let's take a little sip, just so I can keep that voice. I've been having issues with my voice for the last few years, I guess, so this help. You can still hear it, kind of. But also, it's an acronym for stand and play. That's what we want to do here. In gambling and in life, you got to stay and play. You got to be in it to win it. So that's the key. But we're going to go over show you a way that the casinos win even when they lose. And we're going to pick a table game, and that table game is blackjack. And in blackjack, there's two advantages that the casino has right off the bat. The first one is every player has to play their hand, fully play their hand, before they move on. And so they get to a point where they say, my hand's good, I'm staying on here, I'm staying, or they continue on until they bust and they lose a hand. And they go on to each player until they get to the dealer, and then the dealer plays his hand. That's one advantage. The other advantage is, in most cases, in generally speaking, most cases in blackjack, the player's hand, they're dealt two cards, both of those two cards are dealt face up. So everybody, including the dealer, all the players, see what all the players have. But the dealer deals one up and one down. And if it's possible that he could have a blackjack, there's a little mirror thing he has on the table where he can peek at that card that's turned down to see what it is and see if it adds up to blackjack. Then players have to make another, because there's this thing called insurance, but I'll get into that later. Well, not in this video, in another video. So let's just give an example of one here. Here's one. And you see I have here that the dealer has a 5 and a queen. But let's say that queen wasn't shown, you just see the 5. Each of those players have to make a decision what they need to do. So most of the players, when they see a 5, they will say to themselves, you know what? He has a 5. He has to take a hit no matter what the card is. Because the highest he can have is an ace, which counts as a 1 or 11. So if he had an ace and he had an 11 plus the 5, it would be 16. And the rules are, and most times at blackjack, if the dealer has a 16 or lower, he has to hit. If he has a 17 or higher, he has to stay. That's kind of the only advantage that the player has. And I say that because if you have like a 19 and then the dealer gets there and he has a 17, he'll just pay you. He won't take a card. But he could possibly take a card and beat you if he get it, if he had 19, he had 17 and he got a 3 and he got 20, he could beat you. But that's the only advantage really the players, I would say, have over the dealer. But here's how let me give you another example, but this is the way that they can win even when they lose. Let's say this next one. And let's say the king, you see the king for the dealer. Let's say that's showing, but you don't see that other card showing. So people see that king and say, oh, wow, he's probably got a pretty good hand. So they got to think about how they're going to play their hand a little bit differently. And let's say that first person says, you know what? I'm going to take a card. I got 14, and I'm going to take a card. And that card busts. The dealer would take his $10. They're all paying $10 to make it simple. The guy with 16, he takes a card, he busts. The guy with 15, he takes a hit, he busts. Now the dealer has taken all their chips for those $10 bets. And the other guy at 13 says, you know what, I seen them guys hitting and busting, I'm not going to take the chance. He holds. And of course the guy with 18, he's going to hold. So now what is this person going to do right here? Let's say that he draws a 6. He has 16. Rule is 16 or lower, the dealer must hit. Let's say he takes a 7. That's 23. he busts. He loses. But because he collected $30 from these three, $10 each, he's able to pay these two $20, and they still keep the $10. So even though the dealer lost, they still win at the end. Now the other two at the end, they won. And the other three, they lost. But the dealer still won, even though his hand lost. Because more people lost, as far as the players are concerned, than won. So he'll take the money they lost and pay the people that did win. And that's essentially how the casino as a whole is all the losers pay for the winners. So you eat from the slot machines to the tables, no matter what kind of gambling is going on. And that's how to stay open. You have to have more losers than winners. But this channel is geared not to necessarily make you a winner, but to give you the best outcome, give you tips, strategies, systems, whatever, to help you do your best. Sometimes your best may just be breaking even. You have a tough day at the casino. As long as I can break even, I'm good. And so sometimes it's being able to stretch that money. It's like, wow, I'm not playing with a lot of money. I have to stretch that money. So this is what this channel is geared for. Is to, like we say, keep you to stay in play. Because that's the only way you can continue to try to win, is to be in the game, to be able to win. So that is a little lesson that most people don't really think about. But that's another. And the best thing about it, it really is nothing that you can really do about it. So you don't have to really worry about it. It's just how the cards fall. And the casino gains that benefit. So, but we're going to go on, and I'm going to talk about some other things. But once again, please be mindful. All these tips that I give you are to help you, and the comments are to help me. So if you see something that I missed or something that can't know everything. So if there's something you can tell me, let me know. And just be prepared for the next video. And once again, go and check out Sunshine and E, one of those videos down in the description. And sip, stay and play.